That's kind of what I question the fade.
Usually Sova here is
Sova,
more
yeah.
conventional, but we'll see how they actually run it.
But I think they want the fade for
I think
aggro
in
A
general,
main
on
stuff.
this map, no one's got the blueprint yet, so we'll see.
A mini up,
And I
yeah, he's
kinda like
got
that idea
to
that it
he's
is
got to
up in the
project
air.
more.
Defense, 5-man mid push.
Yeah, good spot on that one. Navi looking proactive from the very beginning. And of course, Casey on the other side, leaning straight towards A. All the util
Navi on
in.
defense, kick up on
Xiao
attack,
gonna try and take a glance.
insta
I don't think he got
wall,
much out of that,
but
again,
insta wall to only
no, I
cover
wanna be
half,
particularly subtle in this,
and then they
that's why
wall
Paul
back
should
through
be
with a flash on the left
the way.
side. It's nice, and then we still have smokes,
the
wall
retake
fades,
now
then we get
for
the extra smoke,
Casey.
Astra playing main,
Navi,
so we
sorry.
can play Astra suck.
That's
Sadak,
all they've got left. I mean, they should have a fair bit
Frenzy.
of utility still. I mean, I'm seeing the
Yeah, we
paranoia with
buy
Hero. I'm seeing some
double
bits and
wall.
pieces, but it looks so well prepared by Casey. Sadak's going to buy some more time. Look at the stall they've got here.
Yeah, this is hard.
Not coming in for Hero, but he's taking his sweet time about it.
Yeah, and that wall's still going to be pivotal, right? They still give away the game. The contact's made, so he's got to speed up at some point. It's
Damn,
Angel
dude.
leading the way with 2 quick kills, and suddenly Sadak's the one to respond back. We've got the IGLs
Dude, the
going
IGLs are
pound.
popping.
Sugetsu and Sadak still alive, up against Hero on that long time flank that we were waiting on happening, but still, by this point, they're going to check the smoke. You're going to check the smoke. You're absolutely going to check the smoke.
Okay, shout out. Angel 2 kills, Sadak 3
just
kills.
fine.
IGL going
Oh my
crazy.
God,
This is
the
a tech
first.
balls, right?
I mean, the other thing I noted just before we started was Angel on the KO.
He's talking to an admin
Yes.
already.
IGL KO has been a bit of a...
Dude Rolf with the
not
prime.
greatest
Thank you
in
so
the
much.
past,
Thank
but
you,
he
thank you.
comes
Thanks
out
for the 5 months.
Pop flashing, entry fragging, retaking. So fair play. Let's see if he can keep that one up.
Yeah, 0 down about that apparently, you know, all good. But again, we saw the reply from Sadak.
turned mini up, yeah, I think they did.
The IGLs and of course we've got a tech force straight away. That's good. That's good. Get it out of the way
The
nice and
wires
early.
taste good. The wires taste
It's
good.
crazy you picked up my habits so early.
Yeah, we had 4. Was it? Yeah, I'm not gonna.
We're not doing that. You're not coming in.
We're not. We're not
Are you-
counting. We're not counting.
No. But so yeah, how's casting going for you so far? Yeah.
I've already confused Navi and KC.
Right.
So that's not.
It's
good.
not a good
That's
start.
not a great
That's
start.
a yellow card.
That's a yellow.
That's a yellow. We've got a couple more cards to go through. Don't worry, it's not the classic 2 yellows and a red, but
Wait, I got cards ready.
we might have like 5.
Yellow
You
card
pushed
for
me
mini.
over the.
There's a camera.
We could.
We could, yeah.
I mean, it'd be a really.
We've got
long
yellow
time
and
as
red
well.
cards, but I haven't done anything with them yet.
Well,
Honestly, I probably should have given out
That
some
was a Sliggy
yellow
impression
cards in
and
the
a half.
first game.
Took 1 round and 1 tech pause to bring up Sliggy, of course. But beyond that, hopefully we can find out what the issue is. I don't think they've found that out yet, but maybe, you know, Angel was over-delivering.
It's going to be a record, man. That was fast. Dude, I got mentioned in
celebrated
both
too
of the
hard,
tech
worked out
pauses
Oh, it's
early on.
That is a classic. Stood up, at a chair, headset's gone. No, but we will let you know once we find out. Everyone seems
Dude,
like
he'll be
relatively
lurking, Bacon,
cool
no
once you
doubt.
turned around. Is it Casey? Is it Casey's problem? I'm seeing admin coming
Did
over.
his first go at casting us to Phil on tech
you play
balls?
by
Love
playing
that.
the tech pools.
Yeah, it's really important. Angel's looking at the hand warmers like they're from the Switch. He's having a great time. Still, I don't know what it is, because like no one's like that close.
Why am I mentioning tech pauses? Dude, there's nothing else to talk about, man. There's been one round played. You can't really talk about much of what's been going on in the game.
Dribbling cups everywhere.
Can we turn off the stream?
Actually something wrong with those cups, though. I'm gonna throw that out there. Those cups needs.
Why are you flaming the cup company?
Cups.
They're just trying to make a living. You come
Just
in
because they're
here.
quiet on the tech balls.
I remember. Okay, I got
No,
Leo. Gotta get him in quick.
Okay.
You know that guy. I remember him. He had tech for the cups. The tech
Those
balls
techers.
just don't have the lid on.
Right.
It's-
But that
it's-
seems a bit precarious, doesn't it?
No, because the lids was what.
That's
messed
what did
up.
it. But also you guys spilled everything everywhere.
But what
and I
happened
got
was.
blamed.
the-
So it feels like that's an incorrect conclusion.
You are also. I can see these wires. They're chewed. They're. I don't know why they're chewed.
The catering's not been that great recently. Production, do we have any idea how it's looking? Yeah, we're just looking into
I
some
read
more
YouTube
bits and
chat?
pieces.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Angel looks.
You got a question for me?
Very
Look at
zen,
it.
very zen.
What's
very
the time?
calm.
Been meditating this off season.
Look at that breathing technique. Fingers crossed it, you know, gets dealt with soon. But if we kind of roll back to what we were saying at the start, right? When we talk about these comps, kind of the harbour coming
Nismo,
in, the
hello,
vice
Nismo.
there.
How
In
we
my
doing,
mind, I'm
dude?
looking at this, and Navi was the one who picked them
Thank
out.
you,
But
thank you with
I'm
the
a little
prime.
more impressed with KC coming in with a comp like this. But you were kind of highlighting this feels very standard to what
They
you'd
did
expect
well,
from
man.
a Sadak and Eng combination together on a team, right? You'd expect
Yeah,
creativity.
Creativity is their strength, I think.
Mm.
Like, they have both given me massive headaches throughout my career, and they're now someone else's problem.
That's true. That is
now
very
Happy's
true.
problem.
Yes, and I
Okay,
do
surely
think I
we're-
mean, you're talking about
everyone's
kind of
moving
decorated
forwards,
coaches.
everyone's
You've got
sitting
Happy
forwards.
and Angel, two very
Must
decorated
be near the
veteran
end.
players on the other side, so it'll be interesting to see how they deal with this kind of creativity.
Do
in these
Angel and
races.
Happy go way back? I mean, they
Yeah,
would have
I
gone to
mean,
so many events
they're good
together. You would
for a
imagine so.
Hopefully.
I am. I'm a bit. I mean, looking back on the last game as well that we just saw.
Yeah.
There's no Teo so far.
No Teo yet?
Still sad.
That's,
Give it like 40 minutes, man.
But what
It's
is it?
happening
Well,
next
maybe
map.
next
Map. It has
We're
to.
live now. We're
Yeah,
good.
live.
Yeah,
Otherwise
we've got
I'm flaming.
Blind. We might even have
Jackal
Lotus
with the
if we're
prime,
lucky.
thank you so much for the 3
So
months.
hopefully
Thank you,
I
thank
don't
you.
see
Live
online,
0805 with the tier 1 also.
Okay,
Appreciate the
well,
2
look,
months.
We'll come back to that then. Mini
He was
worry chart.
casting
It
with
just goes
Pansy.
up until it looks like
Small man himself, Mini.
For now, though, of course, KC are going to get the lovely benefits of having all the cash from that first round, so nice little investment to
Okay,
Ghost.
tried to do a little
Back
combo
with the
here, but the
Martine earlier.
Prowler
Lovely big
actually
hit,
stopped
like
shit. They
Sheriff,
wanted to do get
Angel.
claws,
This guy is-
recon, spam.
Yeah, he's backing himself,
He's
right?
back himself.
I'd ask for an Angel POV, but it's...
Nismo, thank you
I'm
for
not doing
saying
that
that,
to the
man.
observers yet on a site that he's not on. Yeah,
Means a
I'm
lot
not
when it's
doing
coming
it to
from
you
you,
guys.
dude.
I don't
Appreciate
want
that.
It's POV only this entire game.
I mean, the second floor plays, you know that is
Prowler
exactly what
goes
I'm
in,
asking
clears
for,
close
so
as
we
well.
can-
I'm
we
liking
can
the
get ready
fade
for
stuff
that.
at the
But
moment.
as
The
it
double
stands,
Prowler
Casey's
has
gonna
been
go through the
nice.
motions here. You want to see a clean round, you want to ideally see minimum 3 of them make it out, keep those weapons up, they can lose those 2
is it
ghosts.
gonna look
It's not
similar
end
to
of
the
world
pistol?
to get to, however, doesn't like
In
the
terms
idea
of
of
how
losing
hard it
any, so
is,
out farming
we do the
with the
Cove as
Outlaw,
well to make sure that you
everything
can't
else pretty
spam
much
from heaven.
as per expected.
I've enjoyed the Harbor stuff on this map recently.
Too big to say.
Yeah.
They haven't ran into a big stack. They're
Portal closed.
It's pretty much
Aim
it,
game
isn't it?
with the
That's
prime,
one
thank you,
tick of
thank
the
you.
box
Big
is
time
just
Val as
try
well.
not run
Big
at
time, how
5
we doing,
players.
dude? Thank
Simple
you so much for
stuff.
the prime.
keeping the guns
31
here is
months. Thank you so much as well.
Yeah.
Navi looking to do the damage.
Sadak,
Shot gets one.
bit of an overstep, but it's okay. The people that can
Nice.
overstep are Elite and
Yeah,
Sadak right now.
At the end of it. Again, they can afford to lose one more. I mean,
Yeah.
Elite's really sticking
Dude, I'm so fun for Elite to just
around
keep,
on this.
keep
Angel's
going,
gone
right?
down, and now just the last 2. Feels like more like a formality to wrap this one up. But for KC, this is a good look. This is a very, very controlled approach. I just want to get into the gun rounds, really. I want to get into the bigger buys. This feels like, okay, well, we've seen the A site take. Very nice. Lovely stuff. Navi just obviously opting for the last 2 players to go down to the spike. Not a problem. So we're getting closer to those buy rounds, though.
I'm interested this round see what Casey's buy actually is, because this is the type of round where the creativity with Dane and Sadak will
When
shine.
do you think the new
They're
map
kind of
was
on
going to be
the
active in
low-
Pro
kind
Play?
of low-C
4th
style.
of March,
Are they
pretty
going
sure.
for a fast hit?
But they will
Or
start
will-
playing
or are they
around
gonna stick with
the
defaults?
12th of March.
Let's have a little look. It's pretty
So,
investing.
Big
around
fight
then.
on A main here, it looks like.
Maybe
They
wanting
said
to
they're
address those
syncing it
first
with
2
ranked
rounds,
this
right?
year, so.
Like it has been
Um,
waving the KC
Flows,
banner, but you're
FPS
gonna
as
put,
well. Thank
I
you so much, man.
assume,
Appreciate the
Angel
2 months.
Koalanoob on the line
Thank
for
you
this,
for the kind
potentially.
words
Let's
as well,
see.
dude.
For now,
Okay, so now
Prowler goes in,
K-Core.
ball goes through.
We've been doing a
KC,
default over towards here where we
it is,
insta hit
pretty-
over
I don't
towards
say
A
standard
side, so they
default, but it's a
try and do the
well-spread out
same
default. They have
thing.
presence on every lane of the map
Create
so far,
pressure,
but
but
they have
Navi
to
actually
push away from
recleared
A
this, but
early,
there's people
so already
close to
Navi's
hear
taken
this.
that space back.
Yeah,
Just
they
good
know they're
positioning,
taking
A with
it.
that
Knife as well
cascade,
to see if anyone's
right
coming
into
to
the middle with the
re-clear it.
wall. Very standard kind of harbor gameplay. It's strange not to leave someone towards that A lane,
Johnny
see
E
what's
with the
going
prime,
on.
thank you for the 26 months.
And a kind of battle of disinformation almost, where it's like, you know, they didn't see anything A, and neither did KC. Navi didn't, and it's kind of a back and forth. Bit of a strange round so far.
Yeah, it feels like they're kind of
I
working in
like
the
this from
dark here,
K-Corp
and
though,
for
right?
KC, they are
They know they
walking back
re-cleared
into
over
the line. They
towards A,
haven't
they did fake pressure
used
here,
util
they
to
then
re-clear
walled over
this yet, and
towards
they
middle
did
to
note
make
that
it
the
look
player
like
was
they're
at
going
least
middle, and now
standing
they
pretty deep
regroup
towards
and
A, so
spam
had
A
taken
again.
that space, but Carmine caught.
Oof. 3-man push down middle
The
again.
calling here is
Yeah,
great.
but the site needs to be evacuated. Angel's got to get out. He does. He'll be fine back here. He can kind of play pretty safe, but that flank, they're still drifting over towards B, looking for anyone a little bit deeper. This is going to be another plant here.
Keep
This
an eye
is
on these
really
two. They should know the walls
misdirection.
here,
And it is
surely.
another retake.
We double
Plenty
aggro
util,
this.
though. They're
Okay,
gonna be
1.
surely pretty light
Silver's
on
going to
util
really
levels.
late play in terms of
I think
shell.
Navi got a little bit unlucky with how this round played out.
See how Sadak fares, though. Up towards
I'm not even
towers.
sure if it's
Koala
unlucky.
Noob's
I just
break
thought
back
this was
in
really
first.
good calling,
This is
and
the
that is
first
some
time we're
lovely
seeing
shots.
Navi actually
Whoa.
heating into this retake, picking up quick kills, and
Koala's
Koala
just
Noob
run
at
into
the
the
helm
site
of
and
it.
killed 3.
Sugetsu left in no man's land pretty much here, being toyed with by Shao, and Koala Noob wants to be the one to do it, but it's
Oh,
Hero
man, okay.
in the end.
We've got 1
Navi,
armor rebuy,
5
that's
standing in
it.
a clear
It's a
cut
very nice
reply
run from
to this
Navi.
A-take with this
Shout out to
fantastic
Koala,
retake.
made that look easy.
Yeah, I mean, if they didn't win that retake, it's very clear what the problem was, I guess. Like, they've had 3 opportunities and finally 1 on the board. I do want to point out this very proactive approach, though, from Navi. Early into A main,
Yep.
cleared it out, immediately switching over to middle, pushing out. Like, it's it was unlucky that they caught nothing on A main to some extent. The lack of Sentinel maybe like kind of not helping some of that information game But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Navi with the proactivity.
They can stick to it, or does Casey kind of cotton on to what they've been up to? Still plenty of rounds to play with. Still, obviously, the buy coming in here now.
Goes in. This blocks here so that they could get over towards
couple on
the
light
right.
shields, but not the end of
Big
the
bit of
world. And
pressure.
Martin willing to put life on the line for a challenge, really
I
show of
think
force towards middle,
Navi
but
are maybe
not
doing
really
this thing
causing
where
much
like you
movement so
condition
far.
them with this smoke, and then
Yeah,
next
the
round
shift
they're
and
gonna
the default
KO
from
flash
Casey away
through
from
with
Maybe
the
back to
jet
B.
knives.
Not sure what
That's probably why the smoke was here this round,
ideas, to be honest with you.
to then actually do nothing on it and then
Fairly standard.
hit them
slow
with the
round.
combo next round. That's what I'm expecting.
Yeah, you know you can kind of ignore the first 30 seconds of a round with Navi.
Wall goes up
You'll
from
be
middle.
alright.
Question mark created. Drone goes in. Insta clears the question mark.
It's been pretty much, you know,
Last
by
time
the
we have a
book from
B
both
here.
teams.
Yeah. The 3-man, this must be a protocol that they love, the 3 push through middle. I think it's very strong against the fact that the only sentinel is this Vice, and they know the Vice wall is outside A.
That's very true.
this could
They
capture
discovered
some
Vice
of
Wall
the
here early, so they know there's enough in there.
Again, right back
Dude, look at the
behind them.
timing on
could
this
be
jet, man.
Massively timed for him. Just
Oh,
misses
it's unlucky.
most, but Sugetsu is still by the window, so he's
Yeah,
gotta be a
we're
little bit
chilling
cautious on
though.
this.
We're not
Angel's
over.
dealing with them
Oh,
towards the side side.
I was
Keeping
gonna
eyes
say we're
strong,
not
but
making a
already
sound as
awareness
the
from
Insta starts
Sugetsu.
running.
Nice find on the flank, and now they focus towards the side. It's Sadak to find Angel this time. Dies, I feel, almost needlessly towards Heaven there, now leaving just the 3 to try and work back through a very difficult retake this time with Sugetsu in such a powerful position, deep, disconnected away.
Revealing area.
Sadak going to spot at least one, taking a couple of steps, but plays it, I was going to say cautiously, but actually just dives out and gets a heady by Xiao. Doesn't get any more heroes there. Martin on the trade. Nice work from
Yeah,
Carmichael.
I want to see
Very
if
controlled
Navi are doing
approach
this
on the way back
recon and
through.
then they have this smoke here.
I mean, I'm kind of
Maybe you could
liking
do
these
this smoke
mid
further
reclays
back, or
from
you got to
Navi, but the
spam
problem
that
is they're
area
leaving
where
the
they can
sights
be
wide
in.
open. And every
Quala
time
tunnel
they're
visioned a
getting
little
it
bit
easy.
too
Like,
much.
that-
In
what
his
you
head, he's
highlighted
just
there,
getting
the
like
Heaven frag, you
multi-kills,
can't
right?
do
Because he has
that
such
way
good timing
at
on the
all.
push.
It's
But
unlucky that the flank didn't quite work out for Koala, but that Heaven death is an unacceptable death, is how I would say it.
Kind of hard when it's your IGL, and you're like, right, nice. Losing. We
okay,
do
so
need to keep a
what I
little
thought
note
they
on
were going
Angel
to do
performance,
from
because being
this
on that
was
KO
the
is a lot more
smoke
of a
into the
responsibility
push, and it
from
looks like
Angel
that's going to
bringing
happen.
as
Jet
well.
knives
How
into
well does that
send it,
perform throughout
flash
this?
through.
Does it
Yeah,
work
but
well?
they conditioned
We'll
this
see.
the round
Now,
before,
doubling
right? To
down
make sure
aggression
you
right
kind
up
of
the
felt like they
guts.
weren't going to do it, even
Koala
though
wants in. I mean, he was looking
even
for
though
a
we
brawl,
kinda
and
knew
he
it was a
missed
little
them
bit
by
obvious.
just a whisker,
when you're on
but
the
at
server,
least
it's a
one
little bit
find
harder
him.
to work it
Sends
out.
him down to
That
his
was the
grave,
cake up
and
on this one.
Carmichael
Dishonor
again
against
with
the
this
eco,
early
just waiting
start.
for a
But
push.
they
You got
have
jet
not
knives,
noticed
most
at least
likely
one
someone's
player,
going to do
one
something
slip through
aggro.
its hero. That's it. But for Carmichael, they can take their time. This is
Mini
still above
flame
a minute.
counter
This is
one,
very
yeah, he
early.
got
They
the
can
guy
be
in A heaven
meticulous
and B
on their
heaven.
way through.
They're handling this pressure so easily. right now.
Delta
They
Quack,
don't look
or Deleta Quack, right? That's how I say it.
flustered.
Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate
Which
that.
it feels like
Thank
it
you for
could
the
be, though.
prime.
The amount of pressure coming down middle, the amount of flanks that have been attempted, you know, these kind of like pressure plays, it really hasn't landed. I'd like to see what Navi plan to do if this continues as a trend.
Yeah,
right? This could be
my
a
wor-
problem. It's
my
like,
worry
okay, well,
was
we've
it
got this
felt a little
mid-walk
bit
we
too
like, but
obvious.
that's clearly not giving us
Everyone
enough
with jet
here, and
knives does this strat.
Xiao just, I don't want to say gets timed, but he's just looking away. Is what it is. Carmichael's at the door. It felt like that was won and lost by middle, but by now, Angel needs to play this calm and collected. He can't keep going down ahead of the pack, even if it is just 3 of them still here. Trying to posture up towards CT. And already,
This is, in my opinion, a save. Yeah.
it's got to be, right? So let's kind of talk bigger picture then. If you're in this position in your Navi, right, you've rolled the dice a couple of times down middle.
Yep.
Hit and miss a little bit, right? It feels
you're
like
calling
there
in
is good
timeout and
theory
you're
to it, but sadly it's
going
just not
aggro.
sticking on the landing.
Thing
Do you
is,
continue
he
on this
wants to
trend?
buy
How
an
do you
ops,
then
the savings
adjust if you're
great,
in
and then
Navi's
Shao
position?
just takes the hit.
I mean, we're going to get a timeout and see, but I think that the lack of the Senti able to help them strongly hold these sites is
Okay.
maybe making them go for more proactivity. And to be honest, they've been a bit unlucky with some of it, in my
Sure.
opinion. Slicky's probably out there saying I'm a noob. He's saying, no, absolutely not. This proactivity is awful, but, you know.
I like the
how it is.
proactivity.
So
Why did
I think the
why
next
have I
round
could
is
have
pretty
random
unfortunate.
straight
We're gonna see a
here?
timeout, and into that
To be
timeout,
fair,
it's
I
a
did
pretty easy,
flame
have
the mid push
power
because it was
ops
too
already.
obvious.
And then you get the time to sit in there. It is. It's almost like you know what you're doing sometimes, Mini. Timeout is called.
To be fair, he's half right
KC
there.
calling it. Are we sure?
That's not sure.
Can we?
But
no,
in my
it's-
defense chat, I called
it's
that they were going to
backwards,
do
it
this
is,
the
it's
round
fine. There we go.
before,
Navi
so
does just show up there, and it's an absolutely a Navi timeout.
Or it's the
I'm
back-to-back
not
timeout.
taking this one.
No, we're just going to go for Navi for now. We're saying Navi. We're sticking with it. But you're right. The problem is that
Mini
this does
flame
hit
number
a
2.
really
Yeah,
strong time for
I've been
Carmichael, 'cause
flamed
They can kind of come up with their next
only
layer to it,
once,
They have
right?
these big ults to hand.
Sadek's had
and they're
one,
not
I've had
really
one.
being threatened by what
Takano
Navi
with
are
the
doing.
tier
As you
1.
said,
Thank you, the
I'm
farewell
not
months.
sure what the answer is. I mean, it looks like the operator could be coming out for Koala Noob, maybe bolster a little bit of that space taking behind it, but
Dude,
I
is
don't
that a
think that's a
drawing? That's
holistic
nuts.
overall answer here, and this is their map choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's worrying. Like, to be honest, I think some of it is just, again, another key early.
When does
On
Artis
this map, on
retire? What?
defense, you go
Dude,
45
ask him.
and it feels like you've just lost the round immediately.
Yeah.
It's horrible. So yeah, this time
Caster's allowed to flame teams. Casters are allowed to do whatever they want. You can have your own version of casting. Still definitely used to flame. If anything, you would say that Mini is way more qualified to do it.
It's probably back to retaking something again, unless Koala can find something early.
And this is what I kind of like, though, the idea that now we get to see a little bit of the... let's see the salt of what Angel and
Bionic
Happy can come up with.
Tempest.
They've already been given
1-1-1-1
a nice problem to solve,
with the
right?
Prime.
And maybe
Welcome
not
into
in
Slug
their
Club.
minds
Thank
it
you so
being a nice
much.
problem, but for us as the
Not
viewer,
still this year. I
you
think
know,
he's
it's a nice
focusing on
conundrum,
CS.
right? What
Dude,
do you have
I
at
want to
the-
say
at
his
the-
ban
the
ends
very
like
worst.
this week and he can play
Is the
again.
attack side of the
Not sure he's going to go
Sure,
for it, but he
probably the
might.
most attack side of the map in the pool, so
Nitro
that's
as well
the-
with the
that's
Prime.
copium
Thank you very
happy
much,
one.
man.
It's that time out, really.
Got you, that's the final word.
Yep.
And I
Okay,
do
money's
wonder
really
how
good for
KC
K-Corp.
plan to
Money,
approach
not
it,
so
right? They
much
also
on
had the
Navi.
time
We
to
get the
talk in
op
that
out,
timeout. They have
and
ults,
op's going to have to
and there it is.
retake. We change it up from
Boys
K-Corp.
having
Instead
a
of doing
little
this
bit of
whole
a chat.
mid-default into
No,
side hits,
big
we
guns
just go
coming out,
straight
so
into
sit back a
side
little bit.
hits
And
as
again,
soon as
would've just cleared
Navi
sight. It's not
are
clearing any
trying to
further than that.
adjust with their
Angel
timeout.
looked tempted with the flash then, but that is gutsy if he went for that one. And it kind of nullifies what they might have wanted to achieve with that operator, but already Angel leads away. Nice flash. We kind of questioned how much validity is there
Spicy.
to that
Thank you
one.
for the Prime.
A little bit of a spam trying to
Bit of
clear
wild
the corner.
name
It's
on you there,
fine.
man, but I
And
appreciate
actually
the 4
now
months.
down to just 3. Carmine Core on the back foot finally, and Angel leading the way. Koala Noob joining as well, but that's the operator as well. You don't want to be losing that willy-nilly. Elite going to give away the game. Flash comes in. Oh, but nice from Koala Noob, catching the exit. Good trades, but it's just one left alive. Finally, Navi,
That work?
off the back of what's looking like Angel's impact again, down
Okay.
to 1 Aves. This is going to happen.
Okay.
Oh, and it might just be, but it
was
falls
almost
away
sick.
at the very end. Shao there,
Look calm, though.
going to get the kill and
Good
get the
sign.
defuse. Not an issue, but Navi, the retake off the back of
Yeah,
Angel.
I like this, though. They didn't lose anyone early.
He's going
I
for
do
it.
want to point out something though. KC, we highlighted they had the Harbor ult and the Visor. Sadak had the spike. He shouldn't have had the spike. He's the one planting. He shouldn't be planting. He should be off the site, ready to ult. Or
Okay.
if they wanted to, they could go aggressive with that ult. He's died with that ult.
Concentrate, Silva.
To me, you get the spike down, you got Harbor ult. There should be a round win conversion.
That is very
Luckily, we
valid.
still have it for this round, but to me,
In terms
that
of
was a
valid
decent
flames,
round
we'll add
to go.
that to 2, because the valid flame on Heaven was
Navi
also
will take
valid.
Yeah, we'll give him that one, but for this
But I
point
will say
now,
my
we're
flame
getting
was
to
not
the kind
valid.
of, nitty-gritty, right? This
I'm
is
not
the kind of
taking
bread
that.
and butter
But the
we're looking
in-game
for, is have
flames,
they found
very
a-
valid.
A cure to their woes for Navi in these regular rounds.
My
I was
one,
kind
not
of
so
looking at that
much.
operator. Is that going to be the factor in Angel? I mean, it's straight.
2 out of 3 so far.
Again, it's 4v5 in the first 15 seconds of the round. It's brutal. Luckily for Navi, it looks like KC are veering towards Koala's operator, potentially. But yeah.
That's a lot on him, though. We've seen these site hits coming out
Angel,
from
man.
Casey are really robust, but I'm looking like the fade ult is there.
Fado hits both on site. Let's see what Koala's got. Go on, just peek it, man.
No, it does get caught in the end. Okay,
Big shot.
so still under
Ooh,
pressure.
where's
Both players
my-
getting caught by this, so they do
Okay,
need to evacuate
Omen's
the
Omen
site.
flashing
See
here
Shao
instead of
getting a
shooting
little
the
bit more
Prowler.
interested, getting closer up towards Heaven
Yeah,
on
love
there.
this.
Koala Noob looking for a pixel, does spot one, but it wasn't enough for a shot. Plant's now in. Time is going to be on the side of Carmine Core. They
Dude,
still have
Navi keep
Sadak
winning
with that
one
ult
and then
just in
losing the
case
next.
it's necessary. Lots of util still to be played in as well.
Surely
but Navi
Sadak's using ult
closing
here.
in. Can they find repetition
It's
in
so
that
worth.
previous round that finally got them back
Insta
on the
reset,
board?
make them all
No Angel
save.
this time.
Curious
Dude,
thing
he's
how it
holding
worked,
it
like,
for a
this is
long time.
Not ready.
More than a fine
Oh
save.
man, he owned that. He held it for
Surely
so
now.
long.
But
Waits before the wall
Heroes
comes
right
down,
there,
and
though.
now
Is
they have
this
to
an
retake with
error?
this
Is
all
this a
going on.
mistake? They got to make it count if they're still going to go for this one. They're down to 3 players now. It looks like they're pulling
Very
the plug.
nice.
Yeah, Navi.
Very, very nice.
After losing Hero,
Again, for people that don't watch this
decide
map
it's
too
time to
much,
back away, but
you're looking at
Carmine
like
Core picking up where they left
4-5
off
being
again.
enough on
Yeah, they're a little bit of
defense,
a blip on the
dependent on
radar
your
in the
comp.
previous, but they're back to their winning ways. It's
Problem
5
is, the
rounds
K-Corp
now.
comp when Navi played it at least looked pretty
yeah,
decent.
I mean, again, it's the
Wait,
it's
when
the early round picks.
NRG played it even.
There's not much to say about it. You can't
Sadak
analyze
goes
too much.
down.
You go 4v5
Yeah, it doesn't
down,
matter
like
too
you go
much.
4v5 down. Like,
But again,
Boring
is
game.
that
Dude,
something
it's
we
just
can
the
even
map,
put on
man.
Angel in that situation?
It
'Cause
is
felt
just
like
the
he was
map.
just spammed through the various smokes. Ah, okay, he was.
I mean, he
seemingly
was
spamming
giving it a
himself
middle,
as well,
just
so-
spamming him.
Okay, a little bit of context on that one. Thank you, replays. Yeah. Oh. I mean, they seem happy enough. for Navi, I'm getting a little bit worried. As much as, yeah, this is attacking side, I'd like to see a little bit more here.
Another tech?
Why is the
Really?
timer not moving? Guys?
These two are doomed. Doomed casters. Oh, is it actual
That
timeout?
was a tactic.
It's
Oh,
fine, it's KC's time. It's good, it's good, it's good.
okay, not doomed. Real good.
We are,
He took a timer?
they did. I mean, they are 1 away from 2 of their ults.
It is a weird
I don't know what
timeout.
the timeout would be for at this point, because it feels like everything's good.
Oh, no. Yeah, strange. Yeah, I wouldn't ever take a tactical effort.
It's a set strat with an ult,
Eng is
right?
a good
Eng's
coach. I'm not gonna.
Eng method.
Wait, no one's talking.
We'll see this round.
We just we just saw IGL into coaches. Who's talking?
Eng's not even pretty
Sometimes there's this thing where
Okay, there we go.
Sadak.
Oh.
I was trying to like watch which one of them was actually mostly talking there. It looks like it's Sadak talking to. I actually don't know. He was kind of looking down towards where we were. 'Cause yeah, Eng's silent. Oh, there we go. A little bit of back and forth, but it did feel like that was mostly led by Sadak. So I'm kind of curious what they were.
Dude,
talking about
imagine.
there.
I was just thinking
I'm
that.
genuinely
Imagine,
unsure,
right? It's
genuinely
5-2. You just
unsure.
run around to reset
They
them.
have 2 ults
Imagine
on the
calling
way
a
on the
timeout
horizon,
and
so
then
maybe
as the coach
discussing what
just
they'd like to
staying
do with that,
silent for
but-
the whole minute.
like you want me to keep
The
that
players
on
are
the
like,
other
"What do you
side
want us
just
to
in case
do?"
you go
And you're just
tense, but
maybe
blanking
something
them.
that if the
That would
you
be
know, the
crazy.
momentum shifts,
What it
it
look like?
bites them.
Oh, that's an angle that's going to break Sadak's heart. Xiao just getting a glimpse on the edge of the util coming
So
up towards ramp
2
on B, and
went
it's
down.
gonna
They
be
managed to
rewarded
save 3
perfectly.
guns. They
That's
got a
a
lot of
huge pick
ults
there.
and it's 4v5.
Now-
So they got to be real tempted
And
to
they
start
released that
using some of
weapon.
these ults.
like
More
a
so
broken bat.
these
Yeah.
two.
I mean, no one's going for it, so there is fortune in that. The Hero and Angel probably won't get their hands on the gun, but for now it kind of puts, I guess, a little bit of threat towards KC here, having to work with 4 themselves finally.
But Navi still got 3 heavy over towards.
Still got 1 Prowler here, so Aves could clear this if he's feeling like they
Oh
want
man,
to try
Koala's
and
in
clear this
trouble and
space.
they
I
just
mean,
went to
okay,
clear
well, they do that.
middle.
Martin's got the ult, and Koala Noob needs to run the hell away. And there could be a crunch up towards tower here. A little bit of util, but actually, just so we're going to leave Sugetsu back there. Martin going to take the space towards back of sight, and
Tail
Angel
all
gets
goes down. We got
battered.
Sova ult to
Absolutely
help
cleared
get him
in
over
the smoke.
towards sight.
Hunter's Fury
Stops the
gonna come down from
plant.
Xiao. Did get a tag on Elite, so going to hinder that plant
Still though, delays the
initially.
plant for them to be able to flood in.
Navi is the one who's going to deal
What
with
is
the
that
flood.
shot?
Navi pouring back in. Sugetsu stands in their way, but only for
That
so
was kind
long.
of close, by the
Navi,
way, with
these
the
front
lineup at the end
retakes
here.
are
Yeah,
not
shout out to
bad.
Navi, man.
I mean, it didn't look bad at all. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
I was
Sova
a
ult to
bit
stop the plant
surprised
into
Angel popped ult, it was going charging again.
fast flood.
but
It
after
was a
that,
straight up run and gun
the
kill though to
youngsters
get that
picked it
entry.
up
That's
for
the
him.
only thing.
All good. All good.
This start as well, look at that. That's pretty gutting.
Yeah, that is gutting. Default wall's got a hole in it.
Watching this one back through.
Nice, boys. Let's go. Res Angel, Res Angel.
Got him back. I don't know if they did actually. I have no
No,
idea.
they did
Fine,
get him back.
still,
They did.
the intention was there.
Aggression towards B mid.
Dude,
this time.
Recon gets a lot
First
here.
time
3 on
Forest
middle.
game.
Got to
Pretty
start
active.
looking at money. 1, 2,
I don't know
1, 2,
Sugetsu's
3.
aware of something or
Big,
kind of
big
felt that he's
swing
sitting
rounds. If
so
Navi win
deep
this, they
back.
got a
I mean,
really
you
good
kind of
half,
look
by
how
the
they're
way.
playing. It's kind of 1-3-1, right? You got a little bit more of an attentive approach towards middle, at least from KC, and the others just holding pretty deep on those extremities, not taking too many risks.
You got Ruxic even on the A side as an Astra. That's like a chamber. The Vice Flash is going to catch the info. They might suspect the Jet here now off that Vice Flash, but
Yeah, it could be a little bit of a misread, maybe.
Elite is up to the
The
challenge.
low HP goes towards
Oh,
middle
they're
to
slipping up
luck, but
middle.
it is the fade.
I don't... Ooh, the
Just
dart timing there just kept
dodged the
Aves back,
recon
but
in middle.
Damn, okay,
Yeah, and
Elite's
they're not going to
cleared.
expect a fade luck here.
Ruxic
I like
goes
this change up.
down,
We haven't had a luck for
perfectly
a
done. I mean,
while
the
as
flash kind
well.
of gave it away, but still...
I say for a while, we haven't
Red
really
carpet's
had a
rolled
luck
out.
other than
Koala Noob this
the
time. Gonna be
original
challenged,
split.
doesn't fall
But
for
he
it,
didn't
but
luck
thanks to teammate for that one. But
from,
it's Sugetsu to find Xiao.
to get to last round.
Once on the same side.
Okay, now the luck
No
enables
longer.
as
The
well.
lurk through middle here
Yeah, it's
is
nasty.
the layer that they missed, I think,
And I mean,
previously.
even with others on 10 HP, the value is going to be insurmountable. It kind of denies this flood retake that we've been seeing work so well for Navi. I've been hyping this up. It could all be for nothing, but Sadak's not even letting it started. Sadak,
Dude,
huge
Sadak looks great
damage.
though. Fair play.
That EMEA debut here for himself. And Koala Noob does find the lurk, but he's got 3 more to clear and a
Aves
spike to
walked
defuse. He wants that operator
all the
going
way
forward. He's out
around
of
to
there.
eat a shorty.
Yeah, I think,
Devastating.
I mean, we highlighted Ruxic playing like a chamber, and he's not a chamber.
No.
And he got punished for playing like one. So after that flash, he had more than enough time to, I think, escape.
You
Yeah,
agree
I
that
think
Abyss
that's
isn't the greatest, but
misplay.
you'd much
Bit of a
rather have
misplay.
this map than
And-
Icebox
yeah.
or Breeze.
Someone with his kind of, like he's coming up from tier 2 in experience.
I mean,
but
you're
nice
not,
to see the
yeah, I
confidence.
get what you're saying. You're not
but
comparing it with the best
You can
maps.
see the layers to it.
And the thing is, I'd
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
have
Well, that's why you can't be too
any of the
I'm
maps that
very
are
excited about
those
it.
maps.
You know, he's not having the
Like, I'd
best
rather
time
have
here, but
Sunset or
he's
Ascent.
been on my radar for a while. This kid
I
is
just
good,
think
so.
Breeze. I think they should just
He's awful.
never. They should never do
Wait,
Breeze
wait,
again,
wait.
really.
He's Turkish and he's young. He can't be awful.
And Icebox.
The fanatic
And maybe
poaching
Abyss.
Yeah.
ethos. Is he young and is he Turkish? Cool, we'll pick him up. As it stands, Koala Noob wants to address this. He looks hungry for this pick, and he's got
Nice,
it.
Koala.
Sanak
Koala's
goes
been
down.
good on this,
Huge
though.
scalp to claim that deep into the map.
Beautiful.
Save
Like,
gun
we saw
managed
it
to
towards
force
the
back
B side of the
into
map. We
it.
got nothing last time. No one was there. That was more aggressive than I've seen a jet from an X-Man.
Nice shot.
Angel, please. Come on.
That
Talk
is,
about that afterwards, really.
yeah. Angel's
Chew
been.
the fat on that.
It does feel
Koala
weird
Noob is
that.
trying to be everywhere at once, it looks like, but
I feel like Mini's egging me on to
they have
flame
to
as well
accept
here.
it's now
But,
down
but
to
the
this
amount of times
4v4.
that Shao has a drone, it
Little
looks like their
tricky for that
protocol
defending
is
side to try
the
and split
drone to clear
themselves
middle to
across
get
this map.
info.
You
The
can
amount of
see
times that
eventually Koala Noob
Angel
just
just
drifting back
does something at
towards
middle
So it looks
middle
like
of
that
the
doesn't need to
towards
happen.
B,
Is
but
it's
again,
been
leaving
twice on big
Lurker
buy rounds.
Again, maybe as a kind of win condition late into the round.
I feel like it's a nice tonic, at least to those flood retakes that are really strong for Navi in those post plants.
Like this,
Swing,
though. We've been
hero,
proactive over
not
towards
gonna
A.
happen. Elite's been
It's still
sharp on
doable.
these.
Let's
He
see
was
what
one who cleared
Koala's
up
got.
towards A in those previous
No
rounds.
way,
Koala Noob
through the
is
clone.
here, though, getting torn to shreds, but
Yeah, and they
they do
proactively
catch
push through
Sugetsu
middle and
this
catch
time,
the
so
luck.
they know where some of these players are. They've got a really good read of where the last 3 players are from Navi. Let's see if Martin and Elite can dig into this one. A 2v3 is not easy, though. It looks like being proactive, playing a little bit up closer.
Yeah,
is
they got
then
Astra ult though. That's why they're having to play
on
aggro
the edge of
Saint.
this. Koala Noob, Shao, Rooksik should have the numbers.
And it looks like Navi are on top of this. I also like how they're playing this, right? 2 go spawn with the 1 holding.
It's stunning! And Carmine Core bringing it down to a 1v1. Shao now. Under scrutiny. Under pressure. The plant not looking perfect, but the swing
Lovely
is a miss.
from
It's
Shao.
Finding
Lovely,
Martin.
lovely. And they played this
Diffuses
well.
there,
I like
Navi once again
I like the double push here from
clawing
A.
into
That was
these
really cool.
retakes.
Shout out to Koala.
I mean, it looks a bit
Entry
shaky there
into
for Rooksik
probably the
kind
most
of
important kill. Got a
not
little bit
dealing with my
lucky,
team
but
that well, but
take it.
I'm not gonna bet Shao. I guess
Yahoo
Shao would be one of them.
_OW with the tier 1. Thank you so much.
Well played
Thank you,
by
thank you.
That was your favorite part, right?
What?
Angel in middle.
Angel, oh yeah, sorry, I've already erased it from my...
Got it, you moved on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I moved on quickly. Yeah.
Trauma does that. You really forget it quickly. It's a nice
Pop
coping
flash
mechanism.
through middle,
Yeah.
peeking down a long corridor. No, I'm not.
And look, Navi have brought this back a fair amount. It felt like they were really under the gun for a couple of these rounds, but they've been finding these little avenues back in. They've been proactive. I like what we're seeing from them. This is a
Koala's
much
getting
better
that.
look. Yeah, he absolutely is. And he might be asked to do it again here.
Okay, this time we have some help in
Flashes
middle
the
though.
world, and Koala Noob
Angel's
just
saying, I want to play in front of the
drifting
util
back,
again,
playing
but this time
safely.
he's called Koala to help
behind
him.
the
Drone
wall.
to clear it.
Did KC really go up middle here?
I'm not sure. They've been very methodical, not kind of showing their hand too early, even to me, which is, you know, a bit frustrating. But
Yeah, it's 1-3-1. So quiet across the map, just bits of util here and there.
Recon goes out. Everyone
Paranoia
dodges it.
somewhat
Oh boy,
peeking
Elite
over
could
towards
farm
A
this.
after the door. My God, Koala Noob is so hungry for that. He catches the lead, but it's instantly traded.
Wait,
Rooksik.
whoa!
Feast or famine. And
Oh
it
my God, that
gets-
could've been
it
way
gets one,
worse.
I mean, somewhere in the middle, really, but it's so many bodies dropping. Do they expect Shao? They do now.
Oh,
And that's a
boy.
little surprising. He was a little bit too
Ah,
eager
he really
to try and
eager on
deny.
that.
Had an opportunity to play that a
Angel
little bit more
has
patiently.
snuck
The
in.
plant's now in.
Omen Flash is
3v2
incredible.
advantage to KC this time. Angel's
Wait.
still here though,
Wait.
and Angel's still
Right
fragging,
next to him.
traded out. It's Hero, 1v2. The drop down is too difficult. Does get one, but it's there
Get the
in the
first
end.
kill
for
though with that
Sugetsu.
movement.
and again, it's like I want to praise
Last
Navi's
round in the
proactivity,
Yeah.
but it's not working. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, they
maybe
tunnel
a bit
vision
of a-
very
again,
heavy on
like,
that one
Koala
shot.
overstepping, knives, dashing in.
But again, 4
Yeah,
might be
a bit
enough.
Optimistic in my
It's a
opinion,
nice shot.
but ultimately, I thought the play was pretty nice before that. But yeah, a little bit too much in the end. You can't be like it's a map where as soon as you're down at all, it's awful. The map's too wide
Whoa,
to cover the rotations,
Sugetsu's
to cover the holes.
pumped.
any
Dude, look
death
at
is
this though.
terrible, it feels like.
Okay, last round, K-Corp have
Fade towards B here. Heroes
too many. Dude, they got too many ults. Like, K-Corp would really have to mess this one up, and I think I love what Navi's doing. The aggro over towards B. Like, if they sit back on a site here, they're going to get so wrecked. Because of this, they're going to get the ult or a plant, and then they have this for after plant. They have to go proactive, like, instantly. So I agree. Either instantly or first, like, 15 seconds.
Focusing towards backside, sees Angel. So they've seen pretty much. Oh my, the disrespect is outrageous, and it works.
But why are we sticking on site if we're doing this push down?
Ults on top. You might as well put a bow on this one.
KC have used the Euro ult and not even they've decided not to pair the ults on top. They prefer to just go with the shorty. So
Oh boy.
okay, Koala noob
Shot.
for a whole second. Till Elite's looking so clean as well. This is actually a scary team. Like the more you watch him play, but Hero looking sharp himself, bringing it down to a 1v2. It ain't over till he says it is. Martin on the back of the side, the one who kicked it off with a bang, looking to try and finish it with one as well.
Damn, nice shots from Hero at the end. Five is good on defense.
Back to a 5-7 scoreline.
5-7, more than acceptable. After some of the unacceptable plays, a 5-7, I think.
Oh, you take a 5-7.
Yeah, you can't be mad at that, considering how those rounds were, how Casey looked great on kind of setting the tempo. The answer was there for Navi, and you don't want to miss how this one ends.
Abyss games drag a little bit. Yeah, dude. It's just not good maps. But I think that, well, I think Valorant will learn. Like, I think people will learn. This should be the last map where on defense you can't have like a an instant reaction on defense. Like when your only option is to push A main or rotate rounds, it's not a good map. You need to have more things in the middle section that you can like push and fight for. And I want to say they've learned it now, because we've kind of had Icebox. We've had Icebox and this map now that are pretty much designed very much similar. Uro Ron with the Prime. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. 5 years later. Maps are hard to make, though, in their defense. Maps are hard to make. Especially when you got to consider so much. Hey, it's Blank. Thank you so much for the Prime as well, man.
5-7.
Welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you.
In the lead, but keep in mind,
Soleb
Navi
as well with the Prime. Thank you also for doing that, dude.
The amount of times Casey had the plant, they had site control. They even
Maps
had
take
to pick
long
on
to
top,
create
but
as well.
somehow
Yeah.
Navi were just so unwilling to let it go. They were able to claw back in. What were your main takeaways from that first half? You know, we were kind of touching on how do we feel about Angel in that role? How do we feel about seeing the Fade? Which one of these, you know, how did this kind of play out for you, at least in the first half? Fracture?
I like Fracture.
I mean,
the good thing about
I
Fracture is just it's very different, and there's a lot of different ways you can play it. And the good news is there's a lot of agents that are good.
And then they had ults.
Like, it's actually hard to name agents that aren't great on that map. You're going to pretty much get to Harbor and then stop.
Let's have a little look now.
Even
Navi
then,
get their turn on the attacking side.
you could make it
And of
work.
course that then means Carmine on defense.
Which then means it's like relatively
What about the
entertaining because you can
Harbor
make
as
a lot
well?
of
How does
things
it
work.
fit into this defending side here?
Alright.
See how it looks.
Harbor deep wall middle so they can't commit. Especially when double smoke comps are normally Astra smoke, Oma smoke to take mid control. I think this is good to just make sure that if they do that, they have to refresh their smokes.
Taking off season as gospel is, you know, the first mistake. Things can change rather quickly, but contact on the Prowler.
Is Ruxic the one you mini speak very highly of? Probably Profec. Profec was the guy from Tier 2 that everyone was interested in smoke-wise.
Somewhere in between.
Ruxic's really good still.
Casey can just hold.
But Profec was probably top of most people's lists for Tier 2 EMEA smokes.
Yeah, rinse and repeat.
We're still far away.
Have we seen a Teo yet? Not yet. Next map. Next map, it has to happen, I'm telling you.
Push route, I think.
Shao looks like he's going
A
for kind of the
really nice timed
reactionary
recon. It's a
dart here,
really
that
nice
first little bit of
recon,
a
to be honest. We
glimpse
hold
of util.
spawn
Here's the
control and
flood
then we
out from
recon
the
up.
tower.
They
Trade's
are
come
doing
in.
similar
It
to
is gonna
what
be bloody
NRG
between
did
these
for
two.
their
It's just back
retakes
and
in terms of
forth the whole
K-Corp.
time.
Looks like a
Rook
straight
Sick, the one to maybe tilt the scales a little bit here, but it's still a 2v2,
straight
so we get to
copy-paste.
Sadak up against Koala Noob and Rook Sick and
Oh,
Core.
I don't know about
Sadak
that.
controlling the site here, looking to try and push back through. They don't know
Shot.
about Koala Noob.
Nice
And now
shots.
they
Dude,
certainly
Koala's
do.
looking good.
Massive pick at the end. They're finding Sadak.
In terms
and
of the
a
pistols,
beautiful
1-1.
Red Bull
Everyone's
clutch
won their
to kick
attack
off the second
pistol.
half.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
the
a
individual
copy-paste.
brilliance from Koala
They
Noob
got
at the
their
end there.
comp
I
to
was
an
a bit
extent,
concerned with
for
KC
4
with
of the
slowness of
same
that retake,
agents,
but
and
they
then
seem
they're
to have a
just
plan on the pistol to just fly back
using
that
a lot of
hammer.
the
I
same
don't
strats
suspect we'll
that
see that on the gun rounds.
NRG were
A little bit
using in the
risky, but
off-season.
on those kind of pistols,
Super,
quite a nice
super
idea.
tournament.
It looked like Navi were kind of teasing with the idea of pushing through A all
Yeah.
the way through, and never quite materialized. So we'll see if that actually happens in the future, because I think that would have been a good idea in that situation.
It's one step closer though. Navi now starting to knock at the door here. Can't call kind of accepting fate. It looks like down on just the classics, no investment at all. Maybe Rook to farm. Let's see. Hear all this. That's nice. Okay, fair enough, Martin.
Gun down and
my
Omen
bad.
Flash? Hold up. Hold up.
Angel is also on a classic, right?
Oh my goodness. That was fast second shot.
We don't question Angel here.
Look, I am a fan of Angel. I'm a defender of the Angel.
You actually are, but the problem
I
is
am a
that when you've
defender.
started casting, you've gone, oh, what's he doing?
Yeah,
several
defender
times,
of
you know?
Angel, and then
True,
he's
yeah.
flamed him
It's-
twice already, 14
before
rounds in,
today, you were
first
like,
ever
"People
casting of a
don't
map.
really, like,
I'm not
people
sure
don't
you
appreciate
can
how good
say
Angel
that
is
many.
and, like, the impact he has. The first time casting, you're like, why is he swinging mid?
One sec. One
What's
sec.
he doing?
I wasn't just sitting there, just praising Angel, just out of nowhere.
About that.
I think his IGNing's underrated.
You bought any of the bundles? Do you still have to say Fnatic, or are you allowed to say?
No, I have not. I had the Fnatic one last year.
It's crazy that you don't support the teams. That's wild.
Which one should I get?
I actually got the Heretics one this year. I'm gonna be honest. I got my Heretics. It looks nice. You're like just aesthetically pleasing. That'd be EG.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I see. Yeah.
classic. Okay, 7-7, all tied up.
Yeah, we'll buy a little bit less effective here because Casey's gone for the full shields. But economy ruined for Casey here if they do lose it.
It's a lot on the line in this round, right? It's a big old investment. You can't.
Okay,
I
this
don't wanna
time we
even say-
didn't do the
I feel
wall
like you
over
need
towards middle.
minimum 4-3 alive
So they
if
can
you're gonna be
actually like
happy
take
with the
space
outcome.
here. Okay, they tried to do the
Chip
same
damage
thing.
back
I
as
see
well
what
for the
K-Corp are
traded
doing though.
bullets, but
And it's kind of nice because
yeah,
this is
kind
like
of posturing,
what
it
the double
feels very
smoke comp
similar,
does.
very, you know,
Like
I
every
don't say
time we got
1-3-1, it's not,
their
but
own
it's
double
just standard
smokes,
default
whether
beginning.
it's the wall
But
or
it's
whether
nice to
it's
see how
wall
they're
and
kind of
smoke.
shown their hand on defense, how
And
they're
then
gonna play this fade.
problem
Fade's
is
been
now
used
Navi
for
literally have to
controlling.
double smoke. Like
They're
I
gonna
like
use
this
that
from
all game,
K-Corp.
they're gonna sit in the prowler through
The
like
overall
this,
idea that they're
sit
doing
there,
is good.
form the rotations a
And
little
it
bit.
kind of
Fighters
shows
can
that they
probably
know
stick to
how
this
to
piece
play
most of the time.
against
Harbor's
this
changing up
comp,
the
the
walls
more
from
default
the map.
comp.
It'd be interesting to see if they switch anything, but
Because now this
they've
guy's
got
just going to
plays
have
behind
full
some of these
info
walls,
and they
it'd be
can stack
interesting to
2-2
view.
on the sides.
Yeah, I kind of want to see if there is some like combination.
And the Yori's fast rotate.
But
And Fade
for
can
now,
go
bread
cover
and butter
middle.
approach looks like very simplistic, but a
Um,
bit too much. So what were they?
Okay, save your
thinking
kill
of
from
trying to deal
sight.
with
So
Elite or
second
anyone
half already got
backside?
him
I don't
full
know, but
Omen
for now it didn't
flashed.
go well. Martin, the one to find Angel as well. 2 now fallen. Elite getting
Lovely.
curious as well,
I
hopping up on
love,
the
dude, some of the
box,
harbor
having a
stuff
little
is
look down
nice. You
towards
got to
site
shout
here,
out
Hero.
NRG for
Trying to keep
this.
his head down in the
Like
smoke for now, but
insta
there's 2 more
flood
targets,
wall
and
so you
Elite
can get towards
vying
back
for
of
it.
sight.
Just couldn't snap over towards Hero, but stunning impact already, leaving Hero and Ruxic, I mean, a little bit behind the curve to say the least. Hero does have his 2 smokes, can get out of there, but 15 seconds, where are you going to go? I mean, at this point, do you try and make something out of nothing? Banking on Ruxic, who's only got the Outlaw here as well. Not ideal. 5 seconds now. He's running
feels
so
good
low
on
on
this.
time to make himself
Another wall
comfortable in
to
that post
flood over
but
towards the side.
still Ruxic
Ooh.
not even going to swat the cross.
What's the damage like? Let's see.
Okay, spots
Okay.
1. Hero. Not to be this
We
time.
got another kill
And a
here, surely.
1v3.
Oh.
Don't think it's going to work out. do
Yeah,
it?
you
Nope.
find to
There
get
was-
the
there was a-
kills.
there was a-
Okay.
there was a
Any
try.
kills? Any
There was a
kills?
try.
Whoa! Oh my god! It was a
I
classic!
always
The
had to shut
famous
up.
classic.
That was
Ah,
nuts,
that
dude.
that was horrific.
That was good.
That second
was
shot
awesome.
was
Say any
sick.
kills here would be good. And
Yeah, and he
he's
just
just
bangs
Oh,
them out.
it's incredible damage.
almost anyway.
Yeah,
Full gun rebuy,
I do
one
wanna point
armor.
out that I think what I saw there.
Slimmetry, what's
was
up,
Elite
dude?
in a
Number
very cool
one
set. We were
gifter
talking
is
about the
here. Thank you so
creativity
much for the
between
whole
Sada.
year,
He
bro.
had a
Appreciate
very
you.
distinct
Thank you for
Astro
everything
style
this year,
on the
mate.
site in which he hit some ridiculous shot. The Astro Star came down and he was able to kind of ram his
Oh.
range with the Astro Star into the top of the site, which is something that I haven't seen before. So,
that'll be on the VOD review.
yep.
Okay, in terms of who can buy next, we got one person. 9 people
away we
can't
go.
buy
Koala
next,
Noob
and
this time does stick the landing
that's
though.
a nice
Got dealt with
flash
before,
as
this time
well,
wins.
dude.
Now they just walk in. Just,
Yeah, they
it
just
feels just like
absolutely
blunt
fast send
aggression
it.
almost. Just gonna like throw themselves at the site and they.
This is the good thing
coin
with this
flip if
comp.
they
There's
win it.
so
This time they
many
do. Last time they
different
didn't, but now,
ways of
if
hitting
you're
over
KC,
towards
what
the
do you do in
site
this
with the
scenario? You've got 3
flash
players,
dash.
No real step towards the site. It's already a save.
That was
I
a
mean,
cool exec.
I was surprised how fast that was.
With
So,
dash into this area with a flash on
Harbor
top, I'm
Fate,
not
not
even sure I've
exactly
seen
the
DRX
most-
do that. They're the guys that kind of came up with and made this comp
like
good.
intimidating
best
to-
defensive
yeah.
hold.
Would I cast?
Um,
Nah, not really.
but we
I
do
don't
know
think
that
so.
Sadak
It looks
did
way
switch
too
over
hard.
towards the
You only
side of the
get
map, so
flamed.
some things
to be
going on.
honest.
Sadak's wanting to condition something differently.
Because he was over towards, well, I want to say middle, but he was at least kind of
B-Link.
pressuring a little bit, yeah, towards, B-Link and such. But, I mean, yeah, I want to see what the
I'm
plan
too
is. for Sadak.
monotone
always
for it
feels
as
like there
well.
is a
That's
plan,
probably
right?
very
It's
true
not
as
gonna be
well.
just, I just fancy being on A this time. So I do want to see what the outcome
You
is.
got to
But
kind of
Navi
like
again
hype it
answering
up,
back,
and then I
five
feel
alive.
weird like
Exactly what the
faking
doctor ordered
hype.
for them after what was a bit of a shaky
Not
round,
saying
but
the
here's
cast is
that
fake
entry.
hype
Look at the
because
pace of
everyone's
this
like
one.
different in terms of the hype stuff.
Absolutely flying in. And then you got the nice spacing
I'm
on
just
the
saying
back.
I'm jaded from
you got
watching
Angel
too
there,
much stuff.
No
I
problems.
should play some Astral Stars in this reality.
So we do this round because the money's not gonna be great. I guess you're one away from Yoru's ult. Could try and get that building up. One up for the nice.
Balaka
Koala
with the
Noob, I
tier
mean, so
1.
many
Thank you
ults
so
now
much for the
starting to
8
cycle
months.
up.
Thank you for doing that, dude.
Blocking
Just another
vision.
slow approach. Oh,
Okay, K Corp.
Slow and Koala
split with an
Noob.
Astro.
Force.
But there is pressure on this
Force the
extremity.
buyout.
There's gonna be the divide.
We got Astra ult for retake, so they can play retake everywhere. Speaking of an Astra ult, we have one that splits
Succeeds. They're in all
either
kinds of trouble, but
sides.
Shao goes down. Martin
What a
gets
weird,
to
weird
maintain
round
this
this is.
space.
Look
Kind
at Hero's position. It's like the match flip.
It really is. It is messy, isn't it? Now what do you do? The information's all over the shop.
Right there.
You've got the spike up towards tower. You've got 2 players on the other side over towards A main. You've got them aware that there could be a push through tower, but Koala Noob takes that fight and wins it. It was a broken bite again.
Oh my goodness.
There was sheriffs, there were bulldogs. It wasn't ideal. Now they're trying to clear through a little bit deeper. They
This is a
know that
really
A main
weird
area
way for
isn't
K-Corp
safe.
to
They
play
have
this
take
round
safety
when they
elsewhere. So
had
going over
Astra
towards
ult.
that CT side, pushing a little bit deeper than they traditionally would. Elite. Taking a little look. It's Koala Noob again. This guy's heating up here. Having a
Nice
nice
shot.
first glimpse. That's 3 already in this
Koala's
round. On an
been great.
absolute heater.
I feel like all of his rounds where he's popping off as well are like big buy rounds.
And it looks like it's time for them to back away. Casey gonna have to bow out of this one. Now keep your mind towards the fact that we had that double timeout in the first half from Carmine Core, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was. Unless I've lost my mind, or was it just the one timeout? I'm not certain. I'd like to double check on that if we could find that out. But at this point, you are
Slushy
starting
with
to
the
feel
prime,
the
thank
game
you,
slip away from
and
you a little bit here. We're up to
Falcon
9
Cat.
to 8.
Well, with the 3
KC starting to
months.
feel that pressure from Navi,
Thank
scoreboard
you for
wise
that
as well.
Falcon.
It was a weird round because the A main, the initial death from Shao, forced Navi to be like kind of surrounded by Casey, and then Sadhak.
No,
They must
what he's
have
talking about is
had
true
that
because it
second
felt
time.
like they wanted to play anti or like what they're set to do against a Astra ult. But then because they have their own Astra
Is it
ult,
repeat?
I'm not sure you want to play
The
like that.
thing is, I'm watching these
Because then
two
they've got
teams
into a
kind of
position where it's like
hit their head against a brick
2-2
wall.
and
We've
they're
now
all
got
on
near
site
repetition
roughly
from
with
Navi,
one
right?
lurking middle.
Koala Noob's been just
That you
let off
can't-
the leash.
Oh,
He's
it's
been
just
chopping
3,
a
I
bit.
guess.
And when we
Like,
talk
there's
about
no
Navi on
Astra ult
attack,
here
right,
that's
when-
going to help you.
Historically, when you talk about Navi, you expect
'Cause
slower,
it's always gonna
tempered
benefit them.
pace, kind of, it hits about 50 seconds, 40 seconds, you start seeing that more committed approach. We're seeing a little bit of a new page to them, it feels like, with Koala Noob here, looking explosive, good enough spacing from Angel to be trading back in as well. We've seen that a couple of times. Could this be another kind of, I guess, string to the bow for Navi? If they do have this pace change available now.
They did it off the back of that first, fourth round, and then straight into an ult round. So I'm curious as to see if it's really a big part of their game, or is the fact that they have an ult and they're just using that? It seems to be overwhelming KC right now. Like some of the players maybe feeling that pressure a little bit, but
Which is quite surprising
still early.
considering
It's still kind of early into this half. It's still
early 18 rounds.
into the half, into this.
Hopium just overflowing.
Nick, thank you so much for the Prime as well. Thank you with the 2 months.
We'll see. There's plenty of time. I mean, they are very close to getting a couple more of these ults there. You've got a couple off from, I think it's Sadak, 1 away from Sadak, 3 away from Elite, 2 off from Aves. They are very close to getting some of those in hand. This is still a broken purchase. Aves and Martin able to survive that previous round on
to
the save.
flash
coming
for
back
this
in with
area
those
if you're going to
Vandals.
shoot it.
Now on the other side,
Okay, but now we're
good
going to force
purchase,
through
good
this.
money behind
Okay.
them. Couple
Honestly,
of ults to play with. Well,
Alvi
a
might
ult
have
to play with,
benefited
which is
from the
Noobs.
timeout as well.
Martin. It could be death or it could be glory. Right
very
now it's
nice.
death. Navi again.
Nice shot.
So wheeling and able, finding 2 picks through middle, and Sadak trying to re-clear the space. They seem so unaware of the possibility, but he doesn't get the rifle either.
Navi definitely made good use of the
Good-
timeout,
good
right?
shout.
We
They
were
got
talking
broken, but
about
have to do
the
something
smokes
weird.
here for
Both
when they
the
do the
managers in
smokes
correct
here,
position.
and then they
Lost
managed
the
to actually
balls.
take mid control
Nice
and
attempt
kind
from
of group
KC.
into this area. Wanted to punish it and not give them mid
Hard
for
right
free.
now.
A good round
They
to
can
do
go
it.
like
I
these
like
guns
the
go.
idea of K-Cop to pop and fight them, but felt like there's just too many numbers here.
Our ults on the table, but
Would you want to use them here?
they're gonna have to get a kill or two.
Yeah. Sadak does receive at least one of those rifles. The other players are so timing
killed
on that. Yeah, that was actually mad.
30 seconds left.
17 HP. He's still alive, but it actually buys time. Oh my god.
Oh my
Sadak
goodness.
could be on the money here. I don't want to
Chill,
give away
chill,
anything.
chill on your
Luckily, our
first
crowd
kill.
are Nice and quiet here today because this.
Oh,
Shout!
it's so
Stop
devastating.
it!
It's not even
There's
his fault, man. That's not even his
Oh,
fault.
that
Sadak
is
played well.
gut-wrenching.
I don't even feel
And
bad for
that
him.
is a good attempt from Sugetsu.
Yeah. Ooh!
1v1.
Whoa.
Sugetsu against Shao. What a showdown.
Oh, God.
Brothers in arms now on opposing sides, and Shao's angle is looking solid. Oh, but Sugetsu toying with him a little here.
Well divided.
Whoa.
He's going for it.
Really?
Sugetsu. He wants this one in the bag. Getting closer. Shao
Damn.
goes down.
What the hell is
Sugetsu.
that round?
Outrageous
Bro, every
round
game we're
from
getting
him.
some kind of mad
I need
clutch
it.
or
Doesn't
mad
need it.
round from
You seen
someone.
this man, Sugetsu?
Styling on Shao.
There were 2 aces
That
in
is
the early game that
wild.
were incredible.
That
This
is
as
one
well
of my
was
favorite rounds from
sick.
that guy in a moment. Nice to see him
You
looking
could
a
see
little
all
bit
4.
with signs of life to him as
17
well.
to 9. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I read
Sure.
on this view yesterday that he's been.
I mean, they were all really
far on
low.
the brats.
Yeah.
From I think it was either Eng or Zash. So yeah, nice to see.
Huge.
Because some of these players like a revitalization.
Absolutely.
Like an okay year last year. This year maybe.
Dude, I missed this one.
It's funny how
The
like,
hype with the
2
chill.
Vandals, nothing, but
One
one
shot.
share of the Segetsu.
That's all you need.
Well, this is a nice
did
insta-prowler
hear
from
the knives
K-Cop.
being invested in.
Insta-prowler
There is
actually
just
cleared
the,
all of this,
Bucky
so they can get an
with
early
Colin, so
rotate. Look at Yoru. Yoru's
goes
already
out.
here. The fade's already going.
And away we go, really. Off to the races for Koala Noob,
Are
taking the site.
we fast flood this, right?
Clears
They're checking for the
everything that's
Omen ult. That's the issue at the
Too much to
moment.
be worried about.
But
As
they
already
cleared the
you can see
Omen
the
ult
comment, but we're
fast.
seeing quite deep
Oh
to
man, we're
this.
fast flooding.
Happy to
For
play
sure.
the retake with the overall. But the problem is that Shao does have this ult later on for the
Sure.
Bolts. Here we go. Couple on both sides here. Martin has his pop though. Gonna
Does
clear
he
through
see
sight,
Jet?
spots one. They
Jet
don't
in
know about
heaven.
Koala
Is
Noob
anyone
and
aware
Smoke
of
up
Jet in
towards those
heaven?
rafters, so that is still something they have no idea about, and it could be an issue. Koala Noob's still gonna
Did they
hold his nerve
refresh the
here.
smoke? Someone's got to
He's-
comment.
He's getting
Yeah,
spammed
yeah.
away.
Did they
I feel
refresh
like
the
there's
smoke
something
3
wrong. They feel like
times?
they're reading
You
into
gotta
this,
know
but
he's
he
there.
is still breathing. He is still alive. Martin almost makes a meal of it,
Dude,
but he
give me
gets away with it.
give me
He
koala,
goes
bro.
down.
What's going on?
Goes unchecked. This could be another outrageous moment here on the diffuser. They looking towards the smoke. They absolutely are not. And surprise, Koala only gets one dive towards the smoke. Gets found by Aves. Down to a 2v3. Diffuses
Huge.
the main part of this. They have to dive back on. Time is over and out. A Red Bull clutch
That
in the
was
end by
wild.
simply surviving for Shao.
How did
That's one reason to run double.
chat? How did
orb
how did the
smokes.
person
Yes.
defusing
Yeah.
The post plant?
early lose spam?
Every
right?
time.
Yeah, every
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it works every time.
I gotta
Maybe
watch it
change
back.
it slightly. Just,
I thought there was a
but no, the server ult came in clutch there a little bit. The time ran out because the server ult. So the Shao playing win condition
It,
there.
it was spam and the
Koala
Cove
playing
broke. Oh
the win
yeah,
condition
Cove
too.
broke insta kill.
That was
Okay, yeah.
It feels
Zero.
like
Last player
almost
standing.
became nothing at that point. It was like, if maybe, oh, is it
Yeah, there was
too
a
late?
lot
Is it not
going
gonna
on at the
achieve
same
what they
time
needed?
here.
But Bloody hell, that was close. It
That
is
forces
broken the
K-Corp
money
down
for
to an
KC,
eco,
putting
win one,
Navi on
lose
10
the
now.
next.
Well, I'd say broken the money, maybe a sheriff. Sugetsu, we've learned
This
our
is the
lesson
hero
here.
gun, so we can kind of do this.
Koalanoob's so cocky
Yeah.
in the way he's
Now he
playing
should
the game.
probably
I
be
quite
throwing
like
that
it, though.
over.
Very confident in his approach.
Especially Sugetsu has
Already
armor.
forcing back Aves, who's the one with the Vandal. So already might have to drift away and potentially cycle that through.
Oh my goodness, just got out. You gotta throw this gun to Sugetsu, right?
As one of my friends says, squeaky bum time.
It's a classic phrase. There we go. Trades it out. So Martin, the one to be picking up the what feels like poison chalice at this point, but Koalanoob waiting. The guy's aggressive. I can say it so many times, and actually I don't know if he got spotted. He absolutely did, and he gets traded down. Martin's still going to carry on forward, gets noted by the reveal here. Ooh,
Uh-oh.
that was pretty, but time isn't
That was
great. They've got a tap
the
on
silence.
it. Already
Keep an
gonna
eye
get
on
ult
the
gonna come through as well
hero
now.
in
Hero's
heaven.
going to take down Martin. That is the Vandal gone, and Hero from up above trying to find the
Yeah.
players. It's Shao.
Very
to
nice in
catch
the end,
diffuser.
and they use
Navi
Fatal
carry
into
on
this.
forward, 3 alive.
And
And you cannot be
Navi looking
sneering at that
alright.
scoreline. They've got to be happy with this. As much as Casey keeps getting dangerous, they are losing these rounds. Look at this half now.
Yeah, I mean, the initial retake there from KC looked good.
Yeah.
With classics.
Yeah.
Aves
One
couldn't do it with the
enemy
Vandal, but the
remaining.
classic was enough. Ultimately, Hero with the back through vents.
Right. It's now for K-Corp. It has to be now. They force
I
into it.
expect me, Minnie, not you. Bloody hell.
I got a few written.
Yeah. You've been in the lab working that one
That's
out.
what I've been doing all day.
As it stands, though, we do have a
Whoa,
lead
what is this little
on the
aggro?
cards, 2 away from Hero.
Flash
but
into Yoru sending it, and then he can TP away.
is it you guys who call
Dude,
this
it's gonna get
Mario
weird
and
because the
Luigi?
wall's gonna
That's
go,
me,
and
yeah.
then what?
Yeah, that's one of that's
You
one
go
of
for it?
That's one of the biggest
Would
things
you
the
double
best thing
back?
to do as a coach is cool.
name stuff. That is
There you
actually
go,
just a
flash,
singular
but
job
doesn't
here.
push. Oh
Martin,
god,
though,
he could actually farm.
there's a lot of players around this corner. And he's held this space while they could completely go past him. None the wiser. Spotted there, elite. Been a
You must
couple
be
shots
so tempted as you hear
downrange.
the
Away we
drone.
go. Martin
Keep an
again,
eye on the
still trying to be
Yoru.
stoic in nature, still trying to be focused on that one approach, but he's getting paranoid. He's getting worried, and rightly so. There are issues. Koalanoob doing what he did before, sitting in towards that smoke.
Oh,
The timing on that is absolutely heartbreaking. Shao will
Nothing's
be
going
grinning
right
at
for
that
him.
one, but Elite now just has to get out of the sight, and we have to posture fully for a retake.
Money not good here though. They don't get a
God,
call
you go for the
early.
plant here where someone's spamming spawn. That is really, really brave.
I don't think there's a
Did
right
it slightly
answer
to the edge of the
No,
default,
there's no
I
good
guess,
options,
to avoid
right?
it.
And once again, Koalanoob with the man advantage on their side, he can get a little bit more aggressive, and Shao does a bit of damage. Navi holding this one down, and it's Elite
Very
to
nice,
fall.
very,
And
very
Navi
nice.
up to 12.
Everyone's
keeping
sitting
KC
around
down at
3,000 here. You got 3 people. Sorry, 4 people, 3,000.
defense
3
is just-
chances. Money's
just
not
gone.
good.
What's happened?
That's what I'm coming to you with, right? So you do you remember when you used to coach a team?
Yeah.
You know, I come to you for answers, and you're going, oh, it's not going well. What is going wrong? Because we kind of like alluded to it a little bit. The you know, the Fade and the I guess Harbor weren't really imposing as a defending duo towards A, and they were kind of being disrespected by Navi just going through them. But it feels like there's more to it than that. So we can kind of touch back on that because we're back underway again, and potentially a bit of a mid-brawl. Bloody hell.
Uh-oh.
It was all over.
Cheeky.
Koalanoob again. Well, this time actually gets a whole lot of damage his way, and this time KC with
Can
the
they
advantage.
get out of here?
Sadak, Martin keeping the numbers up on this fight down
Sadak
middle.
has
Still
Cove.
going to post up Sadak. Need to recover that spike, and they do get it back into hand.
Okay,
Dip
relatively
away.
calm though they handled this. While this was all going on, we took a lot of space over towards
Couple
B,
more seconds he gets to
and
walk this space until they start really being aware, but the awareness never really
yeah, it
twigged
was like
for
Aves
Elite.
was
He was
aware, but
drifting through in
I'm not
no
sure the
man's
comms
land.
of the
Plants
angle
come in, but down to a
was even
3v3, and
comped
Rutik
to.
is buying time. He's keeping space. Does he need to outstay his welcome? I don't think so, but he was confident. That's going to cost him. Falls.
They got Cove for retake,
Now
but we got
Hero
a
and
couple of low
Angel.
HPs.
Left in this post plant. Can they close out now? KC with an opportunity to build back in. Oh, Angel, this could be nasty. Positioning, feeling a little bit cheeky. Playing just on the other side of that smoke. Unexpected. Oh, gets checked on. Aves just walks it. Comes
looks
face
so
to face
good
and
from his
Hero
POV.
surely has to
Shout out to
fall.
Aves.
Carmine Core with another chance.
Yeah, all off of that peculiar mid-fight. Involves ropes. Martin popping his head up. But yeah, solid retake. Angel doing alright, but Aves jump scare moment.
These sort of calls to go for these like fights in mid, it feels so risky, but I guess if you're Carmine Core, you kind of need something to work in your favor a little bit earlier, right? It feels like they've been dictated to the whole time. The pace has been from Navi.
Okay, this is the classic, right? And the classic, give them one chance to do it on their own.
Is the answer then take
They don't
a fight
close it
on
out,
an
you get
extremity down
involved.
middle. Do something proactive, kind of like we saw Navi doing, or does it not work with this comp as well?
I think that they've stuck their Vice setup on B, and it feels they're fairly comfortable on that side of
Okay.
the map. I could be wrong. It's interesting they've not switched that at all.
Yeah, almost reticent to move it.
Maybe that would be part of the solution. But yeah.
Okay. Look to maybe get a little bit more versatility out of Elite. I don't know. At this point, it feels like that was just... You look at the kind of round timer, right? It's been bits and pieces here from KC. Moments here and there. Maybe a player bailing them out. Maybe a couple of kills going, you know, one way or the other. A brawl in middle.
The other big thing is they've never had the economy to really get Martin going with the ult, you know, so when you're playing Yoru, you don't have an operator.
Yeah, that's true.
Does become an issue, but the other issue as well. Look, keep your eyes over towards where Navi's ults are. We've got two
I was
away
gonna
from
say, look at your eyes
one
on
off from
everyone's
Shao,
ult.
one away from Ruxic, one off for Angel. We've got some big ults.
Like, next
just
round's
knocking
gonna
the door.
be
Same scenes,
insane if we manage to get
almost
there.
for KC as well. Whoever gets them online in this round does
Okay,
get
I like this
rewarded.
from
Let's find
Navi.
out who gets the kills,
We
who
had the
gets it
Prowler that went in early,
rolling for now,
and
Navi.
I have someone
Taking
to
a wander
dodge
in
it
middle.
and then check the info
And also
instantly in
around,
case
that
they
was
push
the
someone aggro.
Keys to victory for Carmine Core.
Also, from this as well, we have someone that actually gets info in front of these
He's
smokes.
like grouping up for another crunch.
Yeah, they are responding in kind.
Nice
They
shot.
want the fight here. Martin happy to brawl, but he's been taking a lot of damage, down to about 20 TPs away. And they can just reset the fight. They don't need to double down on this. They've got their man advantage.
As soon as you get that kill on this map, you can start playing the links, and the tight corridors out of the vents in the links, so you don't need to overcommit now.
Well,
1, 2,
go for the
3. Only
Sees
one
a
that you
whole
don't
lot.
know about.
does get a, I guess, purely for info. That's a little bit of look, dips away. Still saw two towards middle, so knowing they haven't fully drifted anywhere, but they've got to be aware that...
Okay, so then
Ruxic
one
is
person... We're doing a
slowly
one-person fake,
heading
or are
towards
we
the
hitting
west.
B with a late lurk?
Heading towards that B site.
Oh, okay, we're hitting B with a late lurk. Honestly, the Astra might be able to do it right here.
This is just purely a fake. I don't know
Yeah,
what
and
the
this
game
is cool.
plan
There are a lot
is.
of
That is
pressure,
the
and they
thing.
don't think
Hero
that they're going to have someone over
gonna have
towards
to
middle.
freeze and-
Dude, considering this is a 4v5, the
Oh
four's
my God,
done
okay,
really
I
well.
didn't know which way that was going to go, but we're down to 10
Can we get the
seconds
plant
now.
in time? We get a
Right
good
down
plant.
to
They are
the
going to
wire.
have
Navi
no
with
idea
three.
Astra's not there.
Plant's going to come in, and we've got the latest lurk in the world. Ruxic is a million miles away, but Hero is
Oh, man.
just
Back out of
unwilling
there
to
now. You
give
got your
them
own
any
own
time.
smoke.
Needs to buy a couple more seconds here.
Yeah, you
Ruxic
gotta
does
buy
need to
some
slowly
time.
but
I need
surely
you
get
to
over it, 'cause
chill.
if Hero goes down, the floodgates are open. Another smoke goes in. Shao sitting deeper in towards the backlines. He's got his ult as well if he needs it. But Hero's still going to get them some value here.
Keep an eye on the
Slowly but
Astra
surely,
still.
Ruxic
Shao
is
has
coming through.
enough
The plant's
to
decent
delay.
as well.
We've got
He can kind
Astra
of
suck. We've got
path up towards
Silver
heaven
ult.
if he needs it. Tap on the spike. There's the first layer.
Before the Astra
That's
suck
the
as
ult to
well,
buy
Silver
time.
plays
Again,
early.
allowing layers for this late lurk to come in. Sadak's going to
Sadak
sit
can get it
towards
half.
this though. Ruxic's got to get a move on. Dragged away.
They
And
have
now
no
time is their
idea he's
biggest
heaven.
enemy.
Wait, he shot.
Ruxic just going to be leading the charge here. This
Damn,
is
dude,
done.
that was a really
Pulling
impressive
the game
4v5 how they played that round. That was
13
awesome.
to 10.
That was really, really cool. Okay, shout out to Navi, man. I liked a lot of their stuff on attack as well.
Yeah, I mean, they